Hey there guys, this is Mitch again. This is going to be my guide to the activity Troll Invasion, which can be done once a month for a decent XP reward, about 50k XP in whatever skill of your choice. This is a very easy mini game, it's quick, it's reasonably enjoyable. I mean, you just get to spec out trolls like the whole time, so it's good. So for the inventory setup, you're going to be wanting to have either extreme sets or a super set. If you want to use overloads, you can. I chose not to use overloads because it's kind of pointless. I mean, you don't have to use Sarabrews or anything. Also, a prayer renewal is also a good idea, even though you do get to resupply, but I'll talk about that later. Some spare food, just in case your supply table gets destroyed. Again, I'll talk about that later. So I've brought shark, prayer potions in case your supply table gets destroyed, and also recover specials in case your supply table gets destroyed. Also, if you have an attacking familiar such as a steel titan or an iron titan or something like that, it's really good to use it to speed it up. If you have the healing titans at level 79 summoning, you can use that. I use that. I mean, they're actually surprisingly decent attacking familiars, and also you'll want a whip and a dragon defender or a chaotic, any chaotic like a rapier or a longsword or a maul. And if you don't have any dragon defenders, then you can use like the obby shield. Okay, so the armor setup you're going to be wanting to use is you just want D-claws. You have to have D-claws. That'll just speed it up so much. I mean, I borrowed them because I'm a noob and I don't have money because I just got overloads. But anyways, borrowing's fine. If you can't afford them, just borrow them. You want maxed strength bonus as much as you can. So I'm using Void melee. You could use full bandos and Nezi helm, or you could use like Tassets and a torso, or D-legs and a torso, whatever you can afford. I think you don't need defense bonus because you don't need food and you don't need prayer. Well, you just pray the whole time anyways. Also, you could use a berserker ring. You could use anything like that. Doesn't really matter. And also, if you have a fire cape, use that over something like a Soul Wars cape. Also, an aura. I'm using knockout because I don't want to waste my greater reverence on Troll Invasion because I plan to be PVMing after this. But anyways, so yeah, anything like that. Also, you could replace the glory with a fury, obviously. But if you don't have that much money, then just use the glory if you're a noob like me. Okay, so it's very simple to get here. You basically just use your games necklace and teleport to Berthop Troll Invasion. So they've basically made a teleport straight there. Remember, you can only do this once a month for a reward. You can do it as many times as you want during the month, but you can only do it once for a reward. So it's recommended that you do the fighting, and for your first go you'll have to do easy, which is 20 waves, but after your first you can do hard, which is 7 waves, but that does take longer, so I would always recommend doing the easy in the first place. So once you enter, drink your prayer renewal, your super defense, your super strength and super attack, or extremes or overload, whatever you have. Set your quick prayers to either turmoil or piety. You don't have to have anything else. I also like to pray melee for most of the time. That's also a good idea. This here is your supply table. Now, supply table restores your special attack, restores your prayer, and restores your health. Everything like that. So the whole aim of it is to basically be speccing the whole entire time. Now, there will be points where your supply table can get destroyed, but I'll talk about that when we come to it. So see, I drink from the supply table and you automatically get full prayer points, health, and special attack back. Now, Troll Invasion works similar to the fight caves, but it's a lot easier than the fight caves, and there is only 20 waves. So as the trolls come at you, just kill them. The rangers, sometimes they have a special attack where they will like throw a massive boulder at you, and if you stay in the one spot when they do that, the boulder can hit up to like 400. So the ranger, when the ranger's there and Amelia, then always go for the ranger. Generally always go for either the major or the ranger. The major is definitely more priority, but as the waves get along, then you want to be praying melee for most of the time so you don't get damaged, but it really is very simple. With the supply table, you can only use it 5 times each wave, but that is usually more than enough until you get to about wave 15, where if you maybe get a few fail specs, then it might not be enough, but that's why you've brought your whip and defender, because by the time you've used all 5, you probably will have only like 1 or 2 trolls left. Okay, so your supply table, I'll talk about when your supply table being destroyed. there's a troll called Dynamite that comes at waves 14, 17, 18, and 19. So when Dynamite comes, you'll want to just attack it and run away, because it doesn't matter, you just have to attack it before it gets near the supply table. Otherwise, once you attack it, it'll stop and turn to you, but it won't actually walk anywhere. Then you just run away and it'll automatically explode. But if it gets near the supply table, it'll explode and destroy your supply table, and that's when things become harder, but really isn't that much harder. Also, just a caution, when you go up that alleyway sort of thing, where I just was, rangers will attack you and you can't protect against them. Well, it is range, but you can't protect range to stop the damage. So don't go up there unless you have to lure one of the trolls down, which will be the Caram one. I think that's how you pronounce it. Also, a good idea to have auto retaliate off. Also, so if that Caram 1 thing there is unaggressive, so you don't have to attack it until last, but it's a good idea once you do attack it to finish it off, because it does drain your stats when it like coughs, because it's a sick thing. I'll skip to more waves, because really when you're fighting, the priority is the ranger and then the melee, but as you get to higher waves, a major will come into play. So then once the major is in play, you want to attack the major, then the ranger, then the melee, and then as you go further in, a troll father will come, and he spawns his little runts after like 10 seconds. So you want to drop the troll father as fast as you can, otherwise he'll spawn his runts, and that just means it takes longer to finish the wave. At times it can be a little difficult to spot him, especially when I'm in fixed screen here. I usually do it in full screen or the resizable one, because it's much easier to see all the trolls, and you'll see when I get to the troll father, he does end up spawning most of his runts because I can't see him. So that was the ranger special attack there, so I got rid of the ranger first. And also, I think it's probably the last wave, a summoner will come into play. No, you want to get rid of him before the major, because he spawns summoning familiars, kind of similar to the same mechanics as the troll father. So just kill the summoner, then the troll father, then the major, then the ranger, then the melee. So I'll skip to wave 14 so you can see Dynamite, and then I'll probably skip to wave 17, 18, 19, and then you can finally see wave 20 where you have to fight Cliff, the boss. See, that was the range attack there. The boss is very easy, he doesn't hit, so I'll skip to 14 now. Okay, so once you've hit wave 14, you want to be obviously resupply as much as you can every wave. And see, this is where Dynamite comes into play. That is Dynamite there, so you don't even have to spec him, you don't have to kill him, just hit him so that he stops and doesn't get to the supply table. It was very important that he doesn't get to the supply table. So once he's been hit, he'll just stop and then just run away, and he'll kill himself by exploding, kind of like a suicide bomber. So yeah, that's pretty simple, but you can sort of miss him and he'll just walk straight past you, and sometimes it's a little hard to stop him. If the supply table does get destroyed, it's really nothing you can do about it, but it doesn't really affect you too much. It just makes the waves a little slower, but you definitely won't die. Okay, so now we've reached wave 18, the third last wave. This is where it starts to get a lot more hectic. Not really that much harder, but it's just there's more things to kill. So you have to try and get to the mage, I'd say, first. See how that's what the mage does, he like pulls you around and stuns you and stuff. So try and kill the mage as fast as you can. Bit of a fail claw specs here, and then you want to try and get to the troll father as well. See, he's already spawned his runts, but you have to kill the troll father before you kill the runts, otherwise he'll just spawn more runts. That's the same with the summoner. You want to kill the summoner before you kill his familiars, because if you just kill his familiars, then he'll just spawn them again. So it's a bit of a waste of time. So the summoner I may or may not have killed, I can't see, but I must have, because I'm killing a ranger. Also, if the father does spawn the runts, then there really isn't any point of killing them until the end. I mean, they really aren't very hard, and it's a waste of, you want to save your declaw specs. Oh, so there's the summoner there. I haven't killed him. And as you can see, I've left the Caram one till last, so my supply table has run out in this wave. It doesn't matter. So I'm killing the familiar, then I'll kill the runts, and then I'll kill the Caram one troll, I think. Also a good idea to not pot up again until you've killed the Caram one troll, because he does drain your stats 2 every time he coughs, so it's kind of pointless. So kill him and then pot up. So this is an example where I've had to run up here and get the Karambron out of here so I can, and then you have to run back. Don't kill him there because it just wastes too much health. I've had to run up and lure him back because this guy just walks around because he's unaggressive, like he's on smack or some crap. So he just walks around, and then you have to try and lure him back down. It's quite simple, just attack him and run back. So this is the boss, Cliff, wave 20. You want to pray mage and just spec him out. He's really not that hard. He varies in combat. It's random every single month, so I think his highest level is 238. I've gotten 238 a few times. You know, you get different levels every time you do it. In this particular instance of doing Troll Invasion, my supply table did get destroyed the last wave as I was a bit slow on dynamite. Doesn't matter. This is where your recover specials and your prayer potions and food come in. It really isn't hard at all to do this without the supply table. Even if you don't have recover specials or extremes or anything like that, it's still very simple. So yeah, as I said, pray mage. I think that would be the best pray to use, and just keep your piety or turmoil or whatever on. You could also soul split flick him because he's very slow. He's got very slow attacks, and I think he does use all 3 combat styles, but his mage is the strongest. So as you can see, just keep specking him. Even if you have the supply table, just keep on specking, and it will take like 20 seconds to kill him. So once you've killed him, which will be any second now when I hit, oh my god, yeah, so he's similar to the mage as well, as he drags you around and stuns you. So once he dies, he falls on top of you, and yep, so once he dies, you'll automatically be thrown out of the Troll Invasion. And remember, you can only do this once a month for the reward. So, yep, you've made it to wave 20 for the maximum reward. So now just go to rewards on the guy you spoke to at the start. Say collect activity reward. You get this red book thing. Then you just click it. And I'll open up my XP counter so you can see how much I get. And use it on whatever skill you want. I don't think there's a level requirement for it. And so I got 50,727 experience, which is really good compared to other distraction and diversions.